set the skepticism aside. I wouldn't be standing here kind of talking if I didn't think it was the right thing to do. We've certainly learned a lot from it. It's good to have an external sounding board. I think the biggest challenges we were facing were maybe a lack of direction, certainly structure within the business. We knew what we could achieve personally in terms of producing our product. We were winning awards, but we weren't seeing the level of sales that we wanted to achieve. I think we would have, if you ignore history, it's only going to repeat itself. So yeah, we would have probably been in the same situation. Possibly even more frantic. We wanted some direction, basically. We wanted help. We were working in an industry that's notoriously tough. We were putting in a lot of hours, and we wanted to kind of maximise the time that we were putting in, really, and get the best reward out for the effort that was going in. We now have very clear plans laid out, almost on a sort of fortnightly basis. Some of those aren't met on time, but we've worked through a number of significant changes within the business. We've employed people, we've changed the product offering, we've looked at different events. There's a lot that's changed. We have distribution that we didn't have before, so big changes. Simply, it's been two people primarily within the business who have ideas and goals, and if we don't achieve them, then we accept that we've not achieved them sometimes, and maybe even just kind of find a rationale between us for not doing that. But when you have to answer to somebody else, then suddenly you realise that the reasons you're giving for not achieving a task aren't valid. They're your own failures, basically. That part of Action Coach where they're listening to understand what we do and what we want to achieve is really, really important. So you're not going to see an immediate effect in terms of the change of the business and output, but the attitude that certainly Kate and I had towards the business changed in a more positive way. It allows us to look back and really rationalise the business, look at the areas that have worked, the areas that haven't, but base future decisions around the structure that we've built with Action Coach. So we've got another unit that's actually next door. We've stayed in this was the original unit that we're in now. So we still do the distilling in here. We have the shop here, and we do also our tasting events and demos on this site. Next door is all of the post-distillation production. So it's all of the ugly stuff, basically, the bottling, the labelling, the filtering, and it just allows us to separate out two very distinct aspects. The ones that we want that are visible to the customer, so that they can see that we actually make the product here. Yeah, I think the most significant change that we made was probably the shift in bottle size. Introduce a product that offered 40% more liquid, but only 10% more cost. So there was a huge cost engineering project. And we worked very, very hard to maintain the brand identity and the character of the bottle as well. So we worked very closely with our suppliers. This obviously has a huge knock-on effect, because even if we were just producing like-for-like objects or like-for-like volumes in terms of bottles, we had to produce 40% more liquid. So that meant bringing in more stills, it meant more production space, and ultimately more staff to facilitate the production. As a small business, you're always going to be firefighting. You're always going to have to be doing something within the business as opposed to on the business. But generally, we are in a position where we're far more strategic in our operations. If we looked at it as a, say, 12-month period, then definitely it's got better.